Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome back to Final Trade, another spreadsheet video. Somebody asked me, what do I do, Craig, if I have a huge existing collection of sealed products, singles, whatever, and I want to move it into my business so that when I sell it, I have advantages? And how do I account for the basis cost of this? How do I figure out what it's worth or what I paid? Because maybe you accumulated it over the last 10 years and you have no records. Okay, so what we're going to do is talk about equity. We're going to talk about how to record it and keep track of it and what it's used for. So I've added another tab to the spreadsheet for equity. And let's just imagine that every month you have your pretend magic card business like I do, and you put $200 into the business just to buy singles. Maybe all you want to buy is unlimited near mint magic singles. And so $200 a month you go out and you buy singles with. And so what we're going to do is record every month when you add that money to the business from your personal checking account, you transfer it to your business checking account. What you're doing is you are giving the business money in exchange for an equal value of equity in the business. And so you essentially increase the value of your ownership in the business. Now, this has a lot more implications if you have a business partner, which for this kind of business, I would just kind of suggest you never do. But if you had a business partner and let's say he was just a friend of yours and each of you was adding equity to the business every month, this would help you keep track of what the percentage ownership each partner had in the business was. But if you're going to just keep it as your hobby business, then you will always have 100% ownership, but you should still track the equity value that you have in the business. And so if one day, let's say you've run this business for 5 months, and then one day you decide, I'll take all those other unlimited edition singles that I have in my personal collection, and I'm going to add them to the business so that one day I can have the business sell them. And so what you'll do is you'll come in and you'll just add this and you'll say the description is, let's just call it singles, and value. What do you do here? Well, the value will be whatever the current market value of all of those cards are. So let's say it's, I don't know, you have $5,000 of cards, and then we'll just make a note, unlimited singles from collection. Maybe we'll just make a note like that so that in the future we can come back and remind ourselves of what this transaction was. And you've recorded this $5,000 of market value here. And so then what you would do is you would come over on your spreadsheet where you count the singles, where you keep track of the inventory, and you would say personal collection, maybe you'd call it that, and your cost basis was $5,000. And the nice thing about this is it means that you have established what the cost basis for the business is, because previously you had forgotten. Remember, you collected these over a decade, 2 decades, 3 decades, and you had no records, you had no recollection of what it was. Maybe this was only the small part of a million card collection that you personally own. And so that's how you establish the cost basis of the collection, so that going forward, let's say one day you break all of these 47 singles into individual lots and you sell all of them one at a time, and you make $20,000 of it. Now you have a basis cost to come back to. And so now you can allocate that cost basis. Again, it's appeared over here in your running inventory. And so now you can allocate sales against it, and you have a way of moving your existing product that you've just personally bought before you were a business into your business. So let me know if that all makes sense. One day, eventually, if you dissolve the company, there are some things that happen with the value of the equity and returning the equity to yourself. And if you ever are cash flow positive as a business and you start paying yourself out of the business, you can make decisions as to if you pay out of the accumulated equity of business operation or out of this initial equity from these transactions. So let me know if you have any other questions, if you understood the explanation, or you need more detail on something. And like, comment, share, and subscribe, and join me on Final Trade. Thanks a lot.